pop the trunk. Now give me up.
Got murals in my city, the nomination. This for every time they left me out the conversation. Too much West Coast licking.
Yo, what up, y'all? Just Prince TV here, hip hop community. I got some news for y'all. Joey Badass, he trying to go at the whole West Coast, and in return, they jumping his ass. He's really becoming Joey Jump Ass. Yo, I love what he's doing for hip hop. This is a great breath of fresh air, starting 2025 with a good bang for hip hop, right? Because hip hop is always lacking year by year. This is far from the golden era of hip hop. And what Joey is doing, and of course, getting jumped by these hip hop artists.
Boys had years to show you the best clear. Now it's people in your class that they consider your peers.
With the sneak diss and taking shots at us, they hide the Uzi. Cause the only badass the world was recognizing is Boozy.
As you can see, they coming for his neck. Here's my problem with it. Joey, you're not gonna have any help from New York. New York is a very different city from a lot of other places. For starters, they don't get along in New York. There's a lot of fighting amongst each other. Hell, even people from boroughs don't get along. This is historically what New York's always been about. New York has always been a divided city. And as you can see, there's a difference. In Los Angeles, they all ride together. They all Avengers assemble, right? You call out one, you gotta have to go up against the whole coast. And Joey Badass is not the type of guy to have enough clout to even have New York behind him. I don't even think he has enough clout to have Brooklyn back him up, right? Now, he calls himself the king of New York. A lot of New York artists tend to do this a lot, but he don't really have a leg to stand on. Even a guy like Nas will only get mainly his main support from Queens. He would have to win over people from Brooklyn, people from the Bronx, people from Brooklyn, right? Because a lot of them just don't want to rock with Nas for their first option. They'd rather rock with somebody from their own neighborhood, right? And even within camps, New York is beefing. Hell, even in the boroughs, blocks away from each other, one neighborhood to the next, they don't like each other, right? You have a hard time getting support from somebody. And in New York, Queens is definitely the most broken up borough, right? It's like, if you're from one part, the rest of the borough won't even probably have nothing to do with you. And New York's always been a city people call a hater city, right? People tend to not even like other New Yorkers. So Joey Badass, I think he getting a bunch of black eyes out here because he getting jumped. And Kendrick not even doing nothing. It's his counterparts that's going after Joey's neck. And I don't know if Joey has enough to even beat those guys. He may be able to make better songs than them, but from a lyrical standpoint, bar for bar, those other guys like the Vons or the Daylights, they could go bar for bar with a Joey Badass, right? And nobody's going to come to his aid. And it has to be somebody from the boroughs, right? That will make New York shine and make New York look good. But we just don't have enough unity to even back up Joey Badass. You know, you're going to be in this battle by yourself for the most part, because Dave East ain't going to help you. Benny the Butcher and all the whole Griselda, they're not going to help you. They're not even from the boroughs. They're from upstate New York, which has a complete different issues with the boroughs of New York. You know, we don't even consider Buffalo, New York, right? So we have problems just with that alone. So that makes New York problematic. And here's the thing. Joey Badass comes from Brooklyn, but in order to get support from just Brooklyn, you need to have the whole borough behind you. And he don't have that. He don't have the same clout and love as Biggie or a Jay-Z. Those guys could get the whole borough to back them up, and that would be enough to go at the whole West Coast by themselves. Just one borough is enough to go at the whole West Coast on a hip hop tip, because hip hop in New York is so big, and it's from neighborhood to neighborhood. You have enough MCs to battle whole states, right? Queensbridge alone, where I come from, we could battle anybody in any state, any city, just by ourselves alone. We don't need Southside Jamaica. We don't need Left Rag. We don't need no other part of Queens. Queensbridge alone has enough MCs to battle everybody else. So even if Nas don't get support from the rest of Queens, Harlem, other boroughs, he has support from Queensbridge. That's how beloved he is. Just one neighborhood, that's all it takes. Joey Badass don't even get the support in one neighborhood to go at a Kendrick Lamar. So that's where the trouble comes at, you know? And yes, he gonna need some help, because he can't win this battle alone, because you called out the whole West Coast. So you better have some soldiers by your side to back you up. And your arms ain't long enough to box with God. And we don't believe you. You need more people. These are artists from your borough that, hey, you just don't get the clout enough to really hold a battle against these dudes. And Kendrick Lamar is not going to battle you, dude. He's not going to battle you. He's not going to come out and battle you. And even if he did, it's going to be a wash, because Kendrick got too much support from a whole coast, and let alone the whole commercialized world that likes him more than you. You just don't have enough to battle a guy like Kendrick Lamar. Your money ain't right, your songs ain't right, your classics ain't enough up to par. You are literally by yourself in this battle, and New York will not back you up. That's the problem. But it'd be good if they did back him up. Just Prince TV out. Peace.